We have briefly looked at the dashboard of the WordPress in one of the very first tutorials in this video series. Now I have always started, or most of the times I have actually started the recordings right from this page, because the dashboard is the place where you will be doing most of your works and the page that you will be visiting most of the time. Now the reason why I didn't go into more depths when it comes to the dashboard is that I wanted to cover all of the available options before we actually see what's really available on the dashboard. So basically we have gone through all the posts, we have seen the medias, pages, we have seen the comments, appearance, plugins, users, tools and settings. And now let's have a more depth look into the dashboard. So basically on the dashboard you'll have all the information required to actually moderate your web page. Also, you can actually start and edit your pages and a few other things as well. So first of all, what we can see here is that we have a big customize your site button. Should we click on that, we'll be brought to something that are called the live preview page, and we have seen this before, where you can actually go ahead and basically customize your page and get a live preview straight here. Okay, let's go back to the dashboard. Then we actually had a option to completely change the theme, and if you wanted to change your theme, you will click here and this will actually take you to the manage your theme page, where you can actually choose a different theme, or you can actually add a new theme. Let's go back to the dashboard once again, and then under the new steps you can either edit your front page, add additional pages, you can create a new blog, or you can view your site. Okay, by clicking on the link edit your front page, you'll be brought to the front page, and there you can actually edit your front page. Okay, so this is the visual representation of my front page, and there's also the text representation where all the coding is done. So basically if I wanted, I can just make some changes here, for example like this, and I can hit on update and this will actually update my page. Okay, so let's quickly go to the front page and just refresh it so we can see the changes. Alright, so there it is. Okay, going back to the dashboard, the next option under the next step is add additional pages, and by clicking on this link you would actually go ahead and create a new page, and the next link there is to add a new blog. Okay, moving all the way to the right, you can actually manage the widgets or the actual menus. So by clicking on widgets you'll be brought to the widget pages, which we have seen before, and by clicking on the menu or the menus link you will actually be brought to the menus link page. Alright, then you have the options for the comments to turn them on or off, and all of the other available options regarding the comments is actually here under the discussion settings. Going back to the dashboard, we'll find that the last option here is actually you can get some more help about getting started. Moving a bit more down, you'll find to the at a glance section here, and basically you'll get a quick and brief summary of what's really happening with your page. You can see that there's 2 posts and there are actually 4 comments, and altogether there's 2 pages. You can actually see what kind of WordPress version you're running. So at the moment I'm running 4.0.1 and that I'm actually using the 2013 theme. Okay, so if I click on 2 posts, I will actually be presented with a list of posts, and of course I'll have only 2 there. So this is the one that's actually been there by the default, and this is the one that I have just created later when I was actually doing one of the other tutorials. Alright, let's go back to the dashboard once again, and of course if I go into comments, this will display all 4 comments that I currently have on my page, and also the 2 pages that I have created. Moving a bit more down, I'll get the activity section, and I can actually see recently what's been published. And as you can see, on the 6th of December I have actually published a page that was called WordPress 4, and on the 29th of November I have published Hello World page. Also just down the bottom you'll see a big heading saying comments, and this is all the comments that have actually been submitted to my webpage. From here I can unapprove, reply, edit, spam and trash all the pages. So pretty much the same as I can do if I was to go into the comments and there, if you remember, I had a big list which is exactly the same like the one I have on my dashboard, and I can pretty much do exactly the same. Okay, going back to the dashboard. If we move to the right now, I can actually go and create a quick draft here. So basically what this will do, this will create a quick draft, as it says, of my blog. So I can type a title here and actually the blog itself here. Now this is a good idea if you just have something to write about and it's just kind of crossed your mind now, and before you actually forget all about it, you can write it here, the title, and then actually write that particular text or a blog or idea, whatever it is that you had in mind here, and just hit on save draft, and later work with that particular text and that particular blog by inserting many different images, links and media files as we have seen before. Okay, the last thing here is obviously the news. So basically here you will get some new updates, and I think it's a good idea to check this every now and then just to make sure that maybe some of the bugs have been fixed from the previous version, and that will actually be displayed here. So this is the news from the WordPress people. All the way down the bottom you'll have a message that says thank you for creating with WordPress. And in the bottom right corner you'll actually find the version of the WordPress you're currently running. So this version is once again 4.0.1, which is also present in the at a glance section here, 4.0.1. Alright, if you move all the way to the top, once again you'll find what I call about WordPress menu. So here you can read about WordPress, you can get some more documentations and whatnot. If you go to the little house, and this will be the name of your site. So for myself that's actually WordPress tutorial, and I can just hit on visit site, and this will actually open my site. Also here you have all the messages and the comments awaiting moderation. At the moment I have 0. And when somebody actually signs a comment, and if you have set that particular option in here, if you follow this link here and you have actually set that particular option there, that the moderator or the administrator has to actually approve, if you would, those comments, a message here will be displayed. So the number here will actually obviously show how many comments are actually awaiting the activation from the moderator. Okay, and under new you can go and just post a new media, new post, new media, new page, and a new user. So the menu here, even though it's very brief, it gives you a very good shortcuts to most of the things that you will be doing with your web page once it's actually built and running. Okay, so just make sure that you visit your dashboard page often, and that you actually pay some attention to what's actually written there, because I know sometimes it's a lot easier to just go straight to the menu if you know what you're looking for, but basically the dashboard is an interactive way of actually getting all the information and all the stats, like at glance section here, and actually keeping up with your web pages, post, comments and everything else. So now that we know the longer way, which is actually going to the menus and actually selecting, for example, pages, and then you would go and add a new page. Of course, we have seen that you can do exactly the same from the dashboard by actually clicking on this link here. So to wrap it up, dashboard is full of very useful links that you can use to quickly, for example, edit your front page, or to add new pages or add new blogs. Also has a lot of good information here, like the stats and everything else. It has the latest activity, and it will have some news. So make sure that you use the dashboard as much as you possibly can.